All right, if we look at the world map, the Tiny Bronco, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, I think we want to go this way, actually. The Tiny Bronco will allow us to go kind of all sorts of crazy places that we wouldn't have been able to go otherwise. Like, later we're going to get an airship because it's a Final Fantasy game, but this is the next best thing, logically. There'll also be some Chocobo vehicle stuff, but... So, we want to go to the northern continent, which we haven't been to yet. It's a long way around, but... So, yeah, the entire dynamic of the game at this point will change. And some things, like the battle arena has changed now because we got a new vehicle. I'm trying to think of some other thing. A lot of things change after you get the Tiny Bronco. It's kind of like Stage 2 in Disc 1. So here we go. This is the northern continent. You could tell because it's snowy. And this is a town called Bone Village. Now we could buy stuff here, and we could buy really cool stuff. The rune armlet is not the greatest in the world as far as, but it's a it's a good double growth armor. So we're gonna take 3 so that we can use it to grind up materia. Because now we have just a great grinding spot available to us. Now, what we want to do is we don't want to do anything at Bone Village. We can't. It's a plotline thing we're going to do later. But we do want to go in here. This is the Sleeping Forest. And we're going to have to do stuff here later. But we can go in one screen. And there's a materia randomly moving around in here. A summon materia. And we have to catch it. I got it right away in my practice file. I'm not going to be that lucky this time, apparently. I just saw it there. There's probably a way to stand still and have it run into you. Or appear right by you. There it is. The Kajata? So it's, that's just amazing that we can get that with that little effort. But, and you normally wouldn't. I mean, you wouldn't get it till later. I know we have a lot of, like, summons and stuff we haven't shown, so I'll probably be doing that in the next post-commentary video where we grind, which is going to be reasonably soon. Because we have all kinds of things to grind for. Like, we need to get Red 13 up for his final limit break. So, one of the things, we can go back the way we came. Because we actually started near something we want to do. But what we need to do is, because this thing can go up rivers, we need to go across the river that runs through the western continent. So, the one that's just south of the Gold Saucer. I don't believe we can't make it. I don't believe we can make it to the upper part of... Wait, can we? Yeah, I don't believe we can make it to the upper part of the far western continent. It would be nice if we could. There is a beach there. And it has an area like where it looks like the Tiny Bronco should be able to pull up. But we'll be going there later as part of a plotline thing. Well, not necessarily a plotline thing. Now, there is a Fort Condor battle now that we've gotten the Tiny Bronco. But we could drive right over to it with the Tiny Bronco, which is fantastic. So, no more going through Junon and watching animations that I don't show you of boats crossing oceans and stuff. We can cross the ocean now ourselves. Now, there's a big inlet in the western continent. Here it is. That leads to this river. And this actually gets us out to the ocean, which is fantastic. Now, right here is something we can only do now. I mean, this is as early, I believe, as you can do it. So there's a weapon selling guy here. Oh, no, another customer. You sure picked an out-of-the-way place, but if it's the keystone you're looking for, you're too late. Don't have it. Keystone? What? You didn't come here for that? The keystone is the key that unlocks the gate to a very old temple somewhere. You're not going to believe your ears, but I heard it was the Temple of the Ancients. Temple of the Ancients? Yeah! Don't take it seriously. It's just a legend. Huh? Okay, so where is this keystone? And I sold it already. Well, yeah, well, to tell you the truth, I didn't really want to sell it, but the guy had a way about it that made you feel like it may not be a good idea not to sell it to him. Who'd you sell it to? The manager of the Gold Saucer, I think his name was Dio, said he was going to put it in his museum that he took off out of here. So there we go. So let's change the subject. Oh, where's the temple? Come on, it's only a legend, but if it were true, that sure would be something, huh? Now that you mentioned it, I've heard of something called Ultimate Destruction Magic. Was supposed to be hidden somewhere in the Temple of the Ancients. Ultimate Destruction Magic? Come on, I told you not to take it seriously. Alright, change the subject. All the weapons you see here I made myself, but lately I haven't been able to get materials. You wouldn't happen to have any mithril on you, would you? I'll trade you something good if you could spare some. Give him some. Hey, thanks. Alright, you can help yourself to either a big or small box. The big box is the thing on the floor right over here. It has a gold armlet. The small box is up here in the wall. And we receive Great Gospel, which is Ares' level 4 limit break. Which is just fantastic. It's just an awesome item. So, the Temple of the Ancients, by the way. It is nice that the Tiny Bronco eliminates random encounters. Where are we? Well, we could do the Fort Condor battle. But, because we are going to eventually. I mean, it's not. Why wouldn't we? We've done so many so far. We start getting things like a bunch of X potions for them and stuff. But, yeah. Okay, I believe this is where the Temple of the Ancients is. It is. The Temple of the Ancients is on this island in the middle of that forest. Alright, and here's the Western Continent. So, or the Eastern Continent. So now we can easily get, I mean, anywhere we want to go except, I don't know, even the Gold Saucer, because we don't have to go through the desert to do that. Now, I believe, is this, yeah, I think logically now, there's Fort Condor. It's that easy to get back now. How great is that? And who cares what we're hitting here? Now, clearly, to advance the plot, we have to go to the Gold Saucer, talk to Dio, and get the keystone from him to open the Temple of the Ancients. Not something we're going to be doing anytime soon. Because, like I said, we have a lot of grinding to do. There's also a pretty large kind of side questy thing we can do. We're going to grind first, though. So we'll be doing that after this video. I'm only showing the lead up to the Fort Condor battle because it's so easy to get here. And then what I'll probably do is go over, I'll do grinding and I'll put anything that you need to see. Like getting limit breaks and stuff like that, or mastering materia. I will show that at the end of this video. And then we'll eventually be going to Wutai. So. So he says deploy tri-stoners again, which looks like Tristaners to me, but whatever. And our money problems will be over after this next grinding session in all likelihood. I'll also make it a point to show the summons we haven't shown. Alright. This is the first one of these we've done in live commentary in a long time. So, and again, the strategy at this point is pretty standard. It's just about putting these guys down and moving them south. I wouldn't even show it. I would just show the reward screen. If it wasn't, if this wasn't so quick. I forgot to put the volume down. Yeah, I hate how picky the directional thing is. We're really going to have to get lucky to time destroying enemies at kind of the same... No, we got it. Awesome. Ugh, I was really worried about that. So, here we go. And, like, I believe that the battles are so broken now, they must not have really checked this very much. Because, like... So, here's our money. But, like, yeah, I found this just now in the battlefield. And, oh, we get 3 turbo ethers. Okay. Later, we're going to get empty text boxes and stuff. Like, it's so messed up. So, I will see you for the continuation of this. You guys take care, and bye, everybody. Hello, everybody. Okay, so this is the grinding part. And I actually, I did so much grinding that we'll have another video after this of just all the stuff we did. And we didn't do enough. Like, we did too much and not enough. Like, too much of the wrong thing, not enough of the... So, if you come down to this beach right here, this little island, it's a really great place to grind. And I'm going to show you my setup. Essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to equip double materia growth items and the rune armlet, which is our double materia growth armor. Enemy skills you can use to kill things if you want, but obviously we can't level them up here. There's no enemy skills we can get. And we're going to do that with everybody except for Ares, because she has an 8-slot item. So we're going to just do that, because there are enemies in here we can get 320 AP from them. So, you know, you double that and it's 740. No, it's 640. Jerk. Anyway, and, man, math is hard. Alright, and we're going to use this to fill up limit break bars, grind for limit breaks, level up materia. I end up mastering a ton of materia. It's so ridiculous. I master almost all of my summons. It's a lot of fighting. But we will go through there are only like 4 different enemies available on this island, but all of them are, well, all but one are uniquely useful. So, we'll go through that. Yeah, Fairy Tail, which we just got a couple videos ago, is a great grinding weapon because of just how many slots it has. Oh, it has 7 slots. I'm sorry, not 8. So, yeah, we'll be, and like I said, we're gonna put just stuff we would never, you know, like, and we're gonna show, like, different summons and stuff. We'll show a bunch of limit breaks during the next video. Just a lot of stuff. Just a ton of stuff. So this is it. This is my strategy. Now, there are 3 enemies available in the grass area and 1 available on the beach. There may actually be more than 1 available on the beach, but I only show 1 and I'm only aware of 1. Okay, so these guys, you can steal X potions from them. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if I remember to sense all the enemies we grind through, but if I don't, I will make a note and we'll get to it later. Now, these guys are alright for filling up your limit bar because they do the spin attack, and they take half damage when they're in their circular state. So, these are not probably they're not the greatest. There are these little green guys that will be fighting. They're far better for grinding for things. Because it's more kills, they have more attacks, so they do more, you know, they can fill up a limit bar faster. And they're not very dangerous. So Spiral B, there we go, we did sense him. Jeez. Thankfully. Hopefully I remember to sense them all. I doubt that, but I'm pretty sure I got 3 out of 4. These guys can be kind of a pain in the butt to kill because of the whole defensive thing. So, there we go. That's one down. Several more to go. Now, hopefully our next video will be really brief. Like, or reasonably brief, comparatively. I mean, we've got a lot to show. A ton to show. This is what I did while I was processing all the other videos. Which is ground. It was just ridiculous. Alright. So, these are our next guys. Right here. And we did sense them. Okay, cool. Headhunter. These guys are fun because, like I said, if you get a group of 4 of these, it's 320 AP, I believe. And this is really where you're going to make your kind of levels and your money and stuff. Is off of these guys. Now, the reason, one of the reasons, yeah, we have Ares' limit break here, and we're going to use Fury Brand, because it'll fill up other people's limit break bars, which allows them to, you know, obviously use their limit breaks, which will help us get new limit breaks. It's fantastic. It's a great strategy, except it does stop us from grinding her up. So. So on our next use of Meteor Rain, which I'm not going to show the battle, we do get the 6th limit break for Cloud, which is Finishing Touch. So there we go. I showed it. We'll show the actual limit break later. So this is the 3rd enemy you can hit in the grass. This one is obnoxious because it's low experience and it always opens with level 2 Confuse, which can be a real pain. It's a real pain at this point. Like, he essentially just makes our main character beat up everybody. Hippogriff. Yeah, I mean, like, it's just mean. Later, I do get the hang of just, like, punching the player with one of our other players to make sure that they get out of it. But we'll get to see Tifa kill this guy single-handedly. Killing a Hippogriff. Alright. Water kick. I love Meteor Drive. It's so good. And so finally, then on the beach, there are these giant sandworm things. Like, and you can steal an item from them called Dragon Scales. That is an in-battle item. So you may want to stock up on these. They have very high hit points. They're not too hard to defeat, but it takes some time. If what you're doing is grinding, these aren't the guys you want. Unless you're grinding for the items. So my strategy is to walk around on the grass, try to hit as many of the headhunters as I can whenever I hit the spiral guys to steal X potions. And that will be my strategy. I will show the various effects of their Sea Worm, 9,000 hit points, weak against cold. So, that will be my strategy. I will show various effects, like I will show Materia being mastered. Not all of it, but I'll show a couple examples so you see what happens when Materia is mastered. And I will also show limit breaks and things like that. So, other than that, that's this island. And actually, the Temple of the Ancients, which is kind of like where the plot line is inevitably going to take us, is just to the like southeast of us, I think. Right. So, like I said, we'll be killing this guy and moving on with our lives, or our Final Fantasy lives. I guess we'll be moving on with our Final Fantasies. All right, everybody, when we come back, more of this. Bye, everybody.